Whose sister? Your sister? His sister?
I'm his sister.
I need an idea right now. What's your ex?
It's in the car.
Listen, might be a possible suspect. But I got some.
Oh, but bitch, on God, you're going to jail.
Nathaniel Bratcher, what's
and
his name?
I meant that.
Oh. Wait. 4, 5, 12. Give me traffic. Where? Where? Relax.
Go.
Police have just arrived to a scene of absolute chaos after multiple 911 calls reported hearing yelling, followed by a single gunshot.
I hear a lot of yelling. It sounded like they were screaming for help.
Stop right here, because what you're witnessing in these first few seconds is something criminologists call hot scene chaos, and it is one of the most dangerous environments a first responder can enter. Officers have no confirmed information. They don't know if the shooter is still inside. They don't know how many victims there are. They don't know if the people screaming are witnesses or accomplices. Every single decision made in the next 60 seconds could cost someone their life. Watch how the officer instantly shifts from gathering information to controlling the crowd, because in that moment, crowd control is evidence preservation.
Everyone stop screaming! If you scream, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is there anyone in there? No. Sheriff's office! If you're in there, make yourself known!
But what officers didn't realize is that the suspect could have still been hiding in that very home.
Sheriff's office!
As detectives tried to make a story out of the scene, more and more problems kept coming their way.
Yes. I can tell you where the he's staying.
Yes. Do you know his birthday?
I pay taxes for this property.
I know.
I'm the owner of this property, so why I can't go over here? No, I'm not. I cannot.
You scared?
No, this is my job.
Ain't no violent person, not me.
But throughout the following events, officers would investigate anyone who had any idea of what had occurred, trying to figure out where the suspect had disappeared.
Hands on the dashboard now!
Go!
Thanks for this to happen. Hey, came out of nowhere. Are you going to defend yourself, or are you going to die?
On September 18th, 2024, at approximately 11:18 p.m. at Sun Lake Circle, Florida, the Seminole County Sheriff's Office received 2 chilling 911 calls from a lady and a man who described something terrifying.
This is 911. Do you need police, fire, or medical? 497 Sun Lake Circle.
497
Lake Mary.
Sun Lake Circle?
Yes, in Lake Mary.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'm not really sure. I hear a lot of yelling coming from the first floor, like shouting and just screaming. It sounded like they were screaming for help.
Not long after, the office received another call, a different caller, but from the same location, and it painted the situation much worse.
What is the address?
It was building 497 Sun Lake Circle. I was out on my porch and I heard a gunshot, followed by arguing. Maybe about 2-3 minutes.
And it was one shot?
Yes, just one.
The police were immediately dispatched, yet they had no clue what they were driving into, or how dangerous it was, as all they knew was that there were citizens who heard long moments of arguing, followed by a single gunshot, and then silence.
That detail, yelling, then a gunshot, then silence, is one of the most chilling sequences in any 911 call. Here's why it matters forensically. Prolonged arguing before a shooting almost always indicates a personal motive. This wasn't a robbery interrupted. This wasn't a random encounter. Someone was angry enough to argue and calculated enough to follow through. The silence afterwards tells its own story. No second shot, no struggle, no panic from the shooter. That's not someone who snapped. That is someone who came to that address with a plan.
The officers needed to find out if someone was hurt, or worse, if the shooter was still posing harm. Yet what they arrived to was far worse.
Hey, is this Landon?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Landon, this is Deputy Bratcher with the Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit more about what you heard. Like, was it coming from an apartment? Was it coming from the parking lot?
I'm not 100% sure. It definitely didn't sound like the parking lot. I was on my back patio facing the lake, and I'm on the third floor, and I was just in there watering my plants, and I was hearing sounded like arguing off to my left. So it was either on the left.
Oh shit! Wait, 4512. Give me traffic right now. Give me traffic right now. Where? Go!
The second the officer left his vehicle, a piercing scream of a woman filled the parking lot. The officer was now heading straight to the center of whatever was happening. What was waiting for him at the other side of the parking lot was truly horrifying.
Where? Where? Relax!
Go!
Where? I need everyone stop screaming! If you scream, I don't know what.
This is the exact moment the body cam becomes critical evidence. Because right now, that officer has no backup, no confirmed location of the shooter, and is running toward a scream in the dark. In law enforcement training, this is called running toward the unknown, and every officer makes this choice knowing the shooter could still be right there. What he's about to find on that back porch will set the entire investigation into motion.
What's going on? Stop! Who shot and who shot him? Who shot him?
No, please go back.
Send me people now. We got someone shot.
In the back door. The back room.
Where? Which room?
On the left. The back door. Oh my God.
Where?
Oh, it's in the back. Come on, guys.
No. Stay back here. Stop. All of you. What I need you to do is to shut up so you can listen. Which room? Listen. Which room?
The back door. Right there.
Back door.
Yes.
Where's the suspect? Is there anyone in there?
No.
You guys got a shield? Anyone got a shield? Okay, go get a shield. You got someone there. Someone's there.
Which one?
That one? Not right now. We're still trying to figure that out. Trying to make contact with the victim. We're going to be at apartment 103. Alright, I got someone. Looks like gunshot to the head.
So far, what the officers knew was that there was some kind of arguing. A single shot was fired, and a black, unidentified male was laying on his back door porch. Autopsy reports later confirmed a single, fatal gunshot wound to the head. Externally, clothing and condition were consistent with the scene. No additional injuries of note were found. The entry was on the left temporal area, with features consistent with a close to intermediate range discharge, producing an exit on the right side of the skull. The cause of death was declared gunshot wound to the head. The manner of death is homicide.
Let's break down what that autopsy tells us, because the forensic details here are crucial. A single gunshot wound, left temporal entry, close to intermediate range discharge. That means Nathaniel was not shooting from a distance in a panic. He was close. Close enough that this was deliberate, controlled, and targeted. One shot to the head, no hesitation, no misfire. From a criminal profiling perspective, this is not the shooting pattern of someone who acted purely on impulse. This is someone who had mentally rehearsed this moment. And as we're about to find out, the evidence will prove he had been rehearsing it for weeks.
The scene. The officers were struggling to make anything out of what the screaming witnesses were saying, but soon enough, they will see the bigger picture, and a motive far more calculated than a random shooting. But first, they had to make sure the shooter wasn't hiding in the apartment.
Stay with him 1 second. Stay here, we'll clear through the front door, so we're not walking over the crime scene. Okay, y'all good?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a shield. 4-5, we're gonna make entry to the. We're making entry to the apartment. Sheriff's office! If you're in there, make yourself known! Sheriff's office! Police, if you're in there, make yourself known! All right, stand back real quick. Let me open it. It's locked up here. Hey, if you guys are on 7 Alpha, that's for the random houses. All right, we're good. You got me? All right, put this shield this way. I'll be right behind you. All right, ready? All right, clear there. Sheriff's office, if you're in there, make... Clear. 4-5, please stop talking. We're in the middle of searching the apartment. Sheriff's office! All right, get it gun out. And just clear right there. I'm gonna hold this. Got anyone? Police department! Clear, clear. All right, it's the last room. Sheriff's office, if you're in here, make yourself known! Right in there. Shift backwards. Alright, hold. This way. Clear there, clear. All hold. Good. Good in there. Clear. Alright, 4-5. Residence is clear now.
The apartment was empty, and there was no apparent sign of break-in or struggle inside. There was mess, but nothing broken. So far, it seemed as though whatever took place, it took place just outside the apartment. But the officers were far from finding out the depth of the situation, as someone in the crowd knew something that would change this whole investigation.
10-4. Just wait for a couple more units and then we'll have them approach. Real quick.
He had been here.
Who was he with?
That's nobody. He's with nobody, bro. This is her boyfriend. This is my sister, bro. We was all here. We left here, bro. He was not here. He came back here, bro. We got a call from at the bar, bro, that her ex-boyfriend came here, bro. And he
Her ex-boyfriend?
Yes, and he had shot him.
What's his name?
Nathan
what?
I don't know. I don't even know him.
Here's what makes this case extraordinary from an investigative standpoint. The suspect called ahead. He announced the murder before committing it. In legal terms, that single phone call transforms this from a potential heat-of-the-moment crime into something far more serious, premeditation. The moment Nathaniel picked up that phone and said, "I'm going to kill him," he handed prosecutors one of the most important elements they need for a first-degree murder charge. And he didn't just do it once. We're about to find out he'd been making that call every other week for over a year.
Whose sister? Whose sister? Your sister? His sister?
I'm his sister.
I need an idea right now. What's your ex-boyfriend? Listen. What's your ex-boyfriend's name?
My ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend's the one that came here?
Nathaniel Bratcher.
On the apartment.
What is it?
His name is Nathaniel Bratcher.
4-5. Just put this name on the screen, please. Nathaniel Bratcher. Nathaniel Bratcher might be a possible suspect. But I got some more info.
Phone, but bitch, on God, you're going to
All right,
jail.
Nathaniel Bratcher, what's
and
his
I
name?
meant that. Nathaniel Bratcher.
Is that his phone number?
Yep, that's his phone number.
Despite the emotions of the witnesses, there was one thing they were all certain of. A man by the name of Nathaniel Bratcher was the murderer. And to make it even more twisted, he was the ex-boyfriend of the victim's girlfriend. The three claimed they were at a bar when they received a chilling call from Nathaniel claiming he's going to go kill her boyfriend, later identified as 32-year-old Larion Daquan Cosby. And unfortunately, by the time they arrived, the deed was already done. But where was Nathaniel?
5.
This is now a race against time, and the officers know it. Every minute Nathaniel is moving, the trail gets colder. But notice what the lead detective does here. He doesn't panic. He starts building a physical evidence map. Footprints leading toward the lake, witnesses placing a white Mustang at the scene, a known home address. Each piece is a coordinate. You don't need to catch a suspect at the scene If you can reconstruct the exact path they took to leave it, the hunt is officially on.
The last person that saw the suspect is Signal 7 currently. The people that are here arrived after they learned that there was an argument between the deceased and the girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. 4-5. Only thing we got so far is we do have a footprint. It's leaving towards the rear of the apartment, like towards the lake. Jesus. The what?
Did they come inside?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go talk to them. Go ahead. Senator, can you advise? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be as soon as that call came in.
I don't know how you
Does he live in Seminole County?
Yes, yes. I can tell you where the he stay. He stay on Capital Drive.
He killed him.
Yes.
He called her and told him 20 minutes ago we were at the Westburn.
Capitan Drive. Capitan Drive. I think it's Capitan. But I don't know what the is.
She knows
Y'all
everything
need to figure
about
it out.
Gotcha. Real quick. Okay, I understand there's a lot going on, but we need the information calm so we can get it out and
Call him.
catch him.
I can't.
Okay?
He blocked me.
No, I'm not saying call him. I'm saying calm so we can try to get somewhere.
I'm
Okay,
trying
listen to me. I know. I understand. Just listen to me. Okay. Listen to me real quick. Okay, Nathaniel, right? Nathaniel Bratcher.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know his birthday? Do you know his birthday?
I think it's like 1998 or some shit. I can't.
None of the witnesses had any clue where Nathaniel was, and even the original 911 callers only heard the confrontation. They didn't actually see anything, so the officers needed to switch their course of action. As if Nathaniel was able to get too far, the chances of finding him were low. The leading officer suspected Nathaniel must have been in a vehicle, since he was able to flee the scene so quickly, and someone must have seen or known something about his car. As if they could get any sort of description, a wide range of officers outside of the scene could be on the lookout. At this point, any tiny piece of information was the difference between never finding Nathaniel and catching him.
This is ex-girlfriend, bro.
I am his ex-girlfriend. We're not even together.
Does he drive a Volkswagen?
I don't know what the fuck he's driving right now.
No, but what does he usually drive? A Volkswagen?
I don't know. He usually be in a white Mustang.
This moment right here is something they don't show you in crime dramas. The investigation nearly stalled because of a car description. The girlfriend says white Mustang, but Nathaniel had a different vehicle registered to his name. That single discrepancy could have sent officers looking in completely the wrong direction. This is why detectives are trained never to rely on a single source. You need corroboration, and that corroboration is about to come from the most unexpected place. A complete stranger who almost got hit by that very car.
Yeah.
The girlfriend gave a description of a white Mustang, yet there was no way to know if the ex-girlfriend's memory was of an old car he had, as Nathaniel had a completely different car registered to his name, making it harder to find him. The officers needed to speak to any other witnesses in the area, but they came into some issues.
Ma'am, can you come out here for a second?
That's my niece.
I got you. All right, if you guys want to stand by in the vehicle, you're more than welcome to, okay?
But I'm going on with my parents because they don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
I understand that. If you want to talk to her from here, that's fine. As of right
Well,
now,
Mom, come out here because they won't let me. Get your asthma pump. No, get your asthma pump. You'll give Mom them a heart attack.
you need to sit down. Listen, we don't have to make this anymore. No one has to be. This is an investigation that we're doing. You know the extent that this is going
She can't
to.
get an asthma pump? I understand.
Okay, so you understand. Okay,
I
I
understand.
appreciate that.
I'm just a little upset right now.
I understand that.
I'm just a little upset right now. So I'll let y'all do y'all job with her, but I'm just, my mind is all over the place.
We're not involving her. We're not. You don't have to talk to her, okay?
That's fine. I'm just standing right here, though. Okay.
We appreciate you.
The officers agreed not to question the elderly couple at the request of their daughter, so they were not at all closer to finding Nathaniel. But they needed to search the property, and that caused more issues, stalling their investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
So they're okay, but nobody can come back on the property?
That's a shame.
So they're done. Okay?
I pay taxes for this property.
I know.
I'm the owner of this property, so why I can't go over here? I'm gonna sue y'all though.
Okay.
How do you want my mom no have no search warrant? That's like crazy. How, like?
We can't tell you any more than that because it's an ongoing investigation.
But this is my house, so y'all done asked me to go inside.
It's your mom's house, which they explained it all.
Well,
to
it ain't no mom's house. It's on paper. It's my house, my father's house.
Her more when they're done.
Well, how they gonna go in those search though? That's crazy as fuck though.
It's a court order by a judge.
How? The judge sleep.
They wake him up.
Well, he should have been woke a long time ago though.
There's always a judge on duty. They wake up. Always.
You know what? What you say your name is?
Reggio.
Reggio.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't go. I just can't go over there right now.
That's home gal. So back on.
I said though, hopefully it'll be done soon. Hopefully it'll be done soon.
They got a warrant yet?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Where's that?
Your grandma has it now. They just read
In
it.
her hands? She got the paper in her hand?
I don't know. She might.
I want to see the paper.
You're gonna have to wait till we're done. Okay. So definitely, I'm sure go over it with you guys when they're all done. Just gotta give them some time. Hopefully it won't take too long.
Thank you, Regina.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to figure out like how y'all go in the house without my consent though. Like how?
It's your parents' house. And
That's
they
my
have a
parents'
search
house,
warrant.
but I
They
don't
have
get.
to have consent with a search warrant.
What a search warrant at though?
Your
Where
mom
is
has
it?
it. Your mom has it. She just got read the search warrant.
Okay, so I
you
ask
can't
her.
go on the property.
Well, tell her to come out here so I can talk to her because it's
You
not
have to
home.
wait until they're done.
It's not only her house. It's my house too.
You have to wait until they're
Just
done.
tell her to come out here then.
We can't.
She calling me.
You know, it's some bullshit, dog.
You need to stay off the property and go back over there.
I'm just right here.
Go over there.
I'm just right here though.
Go over there.
Mother's not making it worse. Go. You hard-headed.
Grandma, I have the lawyer on the phone. That's why I'm trying to make sure. Grandpa, you have a search warrant in your hand? You have a search warrant paper in your hands?
Hey. Quiet. Talk too much.
What? So you don't have a search warrant in your hands yet? Is anybody in the house? Without a search warrant?
No, they read the search warrant.
Where? You have a physical search warrant in your hands? I have a lawyer on the other line. So do you have a physical search warrant in your hands? You don't have a physical, you don't have a paper. Do you hear you? Nisha, they called me. Okay, well, I ain't said it.
No, that is not true. They have a paper search warrant.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
It don't matter.
It's all on camera. I had to stand there while he read it to him. I can't. It's still running.
Come over here.
No, I'm not. I cannot.
You scared?
No, this is my job.
The officers here were struggling with the people in the area, and nothing came out of the search, leaving them with nothing again. But an officer at the other side of the block got approached by a random citizen who confirmed some information that would set the case back on track.
Think about the geography of what just happened. Nathaniel committed a murder, fled the scene at speed, and drove, not out of state, not to a different city, but toward his own home address, less than a few minutes away. This is one of the most common and critical mistakes killers make. Adrenaline and panic pull them toward the familiar, towards safety. But in doing so, they drive directly into the net that law enforcement is already tightening around them. The white Mustang is about to confirm everything.
White Mustang came flying out of here.
White Mustang?
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, about an hour and a half ago.
Gotcha. Okay, what's your name, sir?
I ain't gonna tell you all that.
Okay, all right, no problem. Well, I appreciate the tip.
Because they almost hit me when I was coming out. They flew through here,
Okay.
and then they hit the speed bump. So like,
Did you happen to see the description of the?
no, it was a.
Gotcha. Did you see who was driving?
No,
Previously, the officers weren't sure whether the girlfriend's recollection of Nathaniel's vehicle was correct. But now, with a completely bystanding witness confirming he saw a white Mustang speeding away from the crime scene, and now knowing a general direction the vehicle took, officers wasted no time and set off on the road. And soon, they spotted a white Mustang. But there was an additional surprise waiting for the officers in that car.
Put your hands up on the steering wheel, both of you. Hands on the dash. Hands on the dash. Close the door. Do not get out of the car. Both hands on the dash. Don't move. You, with the hose, get out of here. Do not move. You want to call him out to you?
Hey, turn the car off. Turn the car off.
Hands on the dashboard now!
Hands on the dash.
Keep your hands where I can see them. You want the driver out first?
Yeah.
Driver! Step out of the car.
Put your hands up.
Hands on top of your head.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Back up. Back up.
You want him to come to me? Where you want him to go? Come over here.
Walk backwards.
Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Keep coming. Keep coming.
They caught Nathaniel driving near the intersection of Osceola Drive and El Capitan Drive in Sanford, only a few minutes' drive from his home address. But to their surprise, Nathaniel had an accomplice, an unknown woman, making the officers question whether Nathaniel acted with help. But first, they had to confirm who they had cuffed.
The presence of a second person in that car immediately raises the stakes for investigators. Was she there before the murder? Did she know what he was about to do? Did she help him plan it? In law enforcement, this is called accomplice liability, and it doesn't require someone to pull a trigger to face serious charges. If that woman knew Nathaniel was going to that address to kill someone, she could be looking at accessory to murder. Watch the officer's body language here. They immediately separate them because everything this woman says in the next few minutes could either implicate her or clear her completely.
What's his name?
That's what I'm about to do. What's your first name, buddy? Nathaniel?
What's your last name? Same last name. What year were you born? 98? Are you a junior? Are you a junior, senior? What are you? Okay. They got the birthday. Yeah. Alpha 10 to 610. It's going to be him.
Nathaniel Bratcher was caught and detained. However, the officers had not finished their job yet, as besides the single phone call Nathaniel made to his ex-girlfriend, there were no eyewitnesses of him at the scene, no weapon, or any forensic proof tying him to the scene, and it was not going to be easy finding these.
No weapon in the car, and this is actually a significant investigative moment, because now the question isn't just, did Nathaniel do it? It's, where is the gun? A discarded weapon is still evidence. It carries fingerprints, ballistic markings, and potentially DNA. The path from the crime scene to where they caught Nathaniel becomes a search corridor. Every dumpster, every bush, every body of water along that route is now part of this investigation. And here's the thing. The absence of a weapon in the car tells you Nathaniel had enough composure after the murder to think about ditching it. Again, not impulsive, calculated.
This came out of his lap when he got out. Yeah.
Maybe he kicked it. I thought he ran the road for 80 days in a month.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to get one right open.
As officers looked for any immediate evidence in the car, Nathaniel was clearly beginning to feel the reality of his situation crashing down.
Are you hurt at all? Are you injured at all? No, nothing? Okay.
This was sick.
I don't want you to, don't throw it too much.
I'm so wet.
Gotcha.
I'm claustrophobic.
Understandable. I gotta try to get the window down and get you a little bit of air back here. Yes. But no injuries at all. Nothing on your.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Get some fresh air. Get some fresh air.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you. This is cold. Damn.
Gotcha.
The officers were unable to find any weapon inside Nathaniel's car, leading them to believe he most likely discarded it after the murder. With the little evidence so far, officers decided to go back to the ex-girlfriend and ask some details that would paint a chilling picture of who Nathaniel actually was.
Okay, so basically when we first moved in here, he has a friend or whatever, and the friend's brother stays upstairs with her. I don't know what apartment he stays in, but I know that he stays upstairs. Nathaniel's friend's brother. Yeah. So I guess we had an apartment over there in Sanford, and I ended up moving out of the apartment because I was going through an abusive relationship with him already. So I ended up moving out of the apartment, and that's when I moved here.
Did they know each other previously?
No, they don't. They don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't even know each other. Like LeRon don't bother nobody. He be in his own circle. He don't bother nobody. I don't have no problems out there. So it's like, for that even happen, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, that shit, it still has me.
What did he threaten to do? You said he threatened to...
Yeah, he threatened to come kill him or do whatever to him. He called like every once in a while. So I wouldn't say like back to back, but like, he called, I'm gonna say, every other week, I would say.
Every other week. For over a year. Let that land. This is textbook obsessive, intimate partner violence. A pattern so well documented in criminology that it has its own threat assessment framework. When an abusive ex-partner repeatedly threatens a new partner's life over months, studies show the probability of eventual violence rises dramatically with each escalating contact. She even says she didn't think he was serious, and this is tragically common. Victims and those around them often normalize repeated threats because most of the time, nothing happens. Until one day, it does. The phone calls weren't venting, they were a countdown.
Something to him, but I wasn't thinking that he was for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody I was talking to over a year ago. You done moved on, you done had a baby, all kind of shit, and then it's like, you want to come over here messing with my love, like, oh, I'm going to do this to him, oh, when I get to the house, nobody better not be there, this, that, and third. So at the time, me and LeRon, we was already kind of going back and forth a little bit. We wasn't arguing, but he was just telling me like he was going to leave and get his stuff. So I was just like, okay. I hung up the phone, and then that's when he kept calling me and was like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So I called LeRon back to see, like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when he wasn't answering the phone, so I'm like, what's going on? So I'm calling both of them back to back, like back and forth, to try to make one of them answer the phone. LeRon wasn't answering the phone, he wasn't answering the phone at first. Then he answered the phone and was like, oh, so I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It's like, oh, I shot him.
She explained how the reason she and Nathaniel split up over a year ago was due to his abusive nature. Also the fact Nathaniel has been calling her every other week, stating he will kill her boyfriend, making his murder be able to classify as premeditated. Officers ended up obtaining both her and Nathaniel's phone to extract any calls and texts between them, which ended up being a vital part of the evidence in the future. Yet for now, officers still needed to locate the immediate clues to tie Nathaniel back to the case, so they turned to finding any possible CCTV.
Who called you?
The police officer.
Oh, okay.
Officer called him. Yeah, because I was on call.
Okay.
So they asked me, we have camera here. So I told them we don't have camera.
You don't have cameras?
No.
Okay. Did you let him know that? Or whoever you spoke to?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a single camera in or around the apartments. Nonetheless, Nathaniel got arrested on suspicion of murder and transported to the police station, where he was held as officers gathered whatever evidence they had against Nathaniel. Yet the case came together through multiple strands of evidence. Witnesses who immediately named him as the shooter, chilling text messages and phone calls extracted in which he threatened to kill Larry and Cosby, the 911 calls reporting a single gunshot, which corresponded with the autopsy, and the identification of his white Mustang fleeing the scene before deputies later tracked him down in Sanford.
What brought Nathaniel down wasn't a single dramatic piece of evidence. It was the accumulation of everything. A phone call made at a bar, a stranger who nearly got hit by a speeding Mustang, a girlfriend who finally told the truth, weeks of threatening messages, and a car driven almost straight home. In detective work, we call this a evidence convergence, when every thread from every direction points to the same person. Larry Cosby deserved to live his life. He was killed for simply being chosen by someone Nathaniel refused to let go of. And in the end, Nathaniel's own words, made over months of threatening calls, became the most powerful witness against him.
With this body of proof, prosecutors charged him with first-degree premeditated murder and armed burglary with a firearm. Bratcher remains in custody without bond, awaiting trial, and as of the latest reports, he has been formally indicted, but not yet sentenced. If convicted, the charges he faces carry the possibility of life imprisonment, or even the death penalty under Florida law. Thanks for watching.